So it is very late and I am very tired, but I want to share with you guys something because I do not believe that many small business owners, how do I say this? I feel as though many small business owners are distracted. They're distracted, like the world wants you to be. With the war, inflation, customers, everything. I feel as though it's a part of, I am very a person that is driven by faith in the Most High. And it is a good tactic from the evil one to distract you so that you are so distracted that you miss whenever the snake comes up. And I am going to quote the Bible because I believe in it strongly. The Bible says, be as gentle as I forget, a dove, but as understanding as it's like a snake, right? I'm paraphrasing. But essentially it says, hey, be gentle, be kind, but understand what's around you and understand that there's a real war that's going on. And I say all of this because, like you're probably like, well, how does this tie into Ask Maps? How does this tie into like my local small business? Well, it does, because if you know anything about distractions can lead you down a very dark path. And I didn't know I was going to take this angle, but I want to take this angle because I want you to understand that right now there is a silent war against your business, against your freedom, against your ability to serve clients and serve customers at your will. There is an attack against that. And because we have distractions like the war and we have the news and we have inflation, while these are all very real things, this is not the biggest thing that's going on. There's a war that's going on that's a silent killer. And it's not even just like, we already starting to begin to wrap its body around the local small business economy. And it's doing that while everyone is talking about inflation, worried about things that they really cannot control. So why am I talking about this to you guys? My channel is called AI Algorithms and Revenue for Local Small Business Owners. And I am talking to you about a war that's going on. Because here's the silent thing that you don't understand. Google just launched, I'm just going to read this. Google Maps is introducing a new AI feature called Ask Maps, along with a major upgrade to its immersive navigative experience, bringing conversational AI, richer 3D guidance into everyday navigation. So what does Ask Map do? Ask Map integrates with Google's Gemini directly into the Maps interface, allowing the user to use natural language questions about places and routes. Well, Odia, why are you talking about this as the silent killer? When you have spoken to at least 300 to 400 small business owners, you start to see patterns. And that's what my team and I did all last year and are continuing to do. And one of the patterns that we are noticing is that many small business owners get business through Google. Yet it is one of the main neglected places for local small business owners. Why? Because TikTok is new and shiny. TikTok Shop, people are finding places on TikTok. So because this new and shiny thing that is going to become harder and harder and harder, that's actually harder than Google Maps, people are actively focused on another platform that is probably going to bring you 10% of your revenue. And the reality of it is these big companies, they understand that. See, you and I, we sit with small information, right? We know our customers, you know your customers, you know Monday and Tuesday are going to be slow. But these large companies understand where majority of people are. I'm talking billions of people and where they are. You and me are not privy to that information. But the difference between where I sit is because I work for a company, and I've been working for companies that have billions of data sets and have billions of information from people, from hundreds of millions of people. And I get to sit with the patterns. And as a marketer, as a marketer who markets for billion-dollar companies during my day job and during my by day, by night, I am working for local small business owners, helping them get more revenue through AI, through marketing automation, all that good stuff. What I can see is there's this trend. If 90% of businesses are always running towards the whatever's popular, whatever's cool, whatever is trendy, you neglect this very stable thing that brings in 50 to 30% of your revenue without you even trying and without you paying attention. Because when my team and I ask local small business owners, where do you get most of your business? What's consistent is Google Maps. And yeah, people find me on Google, but people also find me through word of mouth, and people find me on TikTok and Instagram too. But when you sit with 500 businesses and they all tell you that the main place where people find them, one of the main places is Google, on Google Maps, here's why Ask Maps, if you don't pay attention to this silent war on your business, you may not have one, okay? Here's why this is really important. When you go to Google Maps, right now, I have the option to see 50 businesses if I want. I can go to the second page, I can go to the third page, I can go to the fourth page. It's not likely, but if I really need it, I can see it, right? And that's a good thing because there's 50 businesses that have the opportunity for me to shop with them. But now we're moving into a place where whenever somebody says, hey, AI in Google Maps, find me the top 3 locations that have the best haircuts right now. Top 3 locations are only going to show. So before, there used to be 50 businesses used to have an opportunity to see me. But now that pool dwindles to 3. I need y'all to hear me when I say this. This is not just happening in one business. Google is saying we're going to roll this out across all businesses. So now we are going to control what a person sees. And if you are not visible to enough people, you will simply not have enough people that know about you for you to survive. I need you guys to really sit with that. If Google brings in 30 to 40% of your revenue today, okay, and you lose that overnight, how many of you guys can afford to lose 30% of your revenue? I will tell you, first and foremost, I cannot. And many of you guys cannot afford to lose 30% of your revenue overnight. But that is what is going to happen. And this kind of trend is going to go to social media. It's going to go to all different platforms. And the reason why I say that is because all platforms attempt to mimic the big dog, okay? Everybody wants to be like Michael Jordan. Everybody wants to be like LeBron when they play basketball, or Steph Curry. These are the big dogs. So they will learn from them. So now when these kind of experiences roll out to other platforms like Instagram and like these other things, you are going to lose visibility overnight. And because when people go to Google Maps, they are looking to shop. You and I, when we go to Google Maps, we're actually looking to buy, we're looking to drive somewhere. We're looking to commit an action that will help bless another business, another family. But Google is going to take that away from you guys. And I want you guys to sit and audit. And this is what I want you guys to do. First off, pray. Always pray about everything. But second of all, sit down and audit your business. And tell yourself, ask your customers, how did you find me? Ask the new people, how did you find me? I can guarantee you 20 to 30% of them at minimum found you on Google Maps. And that is something that you don't even touch. I say all of this, and I'm going to end it here, to tell you guys that if you are distracted, if you are not focused on the main things and keeping the main things, if you are not focused on how to grow your business in a way that's sustainable, in a way that is tried and true, if you neglect what is tried and true in this economy, in this season of the world, you will not make it in 2027, in 2028, and beyond. Because you are going to miss, actually, people are just not even going to be able to find you. That's the problem. That is the problem. And I'll just stop it there. I'll let you guys sit with that. Actually, I won't. I'm actually going to give you guys a solution, because that's why I'm making these videos. To wave a flag for you guys and to help you guys understand that if you let this happen, it is not by accident, it's by choice. Because we have a service for you guys that is literally one of the best, most affordable options out there to help you gain visibility when people are looking to shop in your area. Visit the link below if you want to learn more, but do not let your company, your business drown because of lack of doing things, of neglecting the main thing. Take care of your online visibility. And I am not talking about social. Social algorithm is something that is still very immature, but the minute that changes, you may not have a business. Stop focusing on the shiny things and focus on the tried and true things, because 90% of people are focused on the new thing. If you can maximize what you already have, it's a biblical principle. It's a principle that even if you don't believe in the Bible, you know it to be true. If you neglect the things that are tried and true, you will not have any legs to move forward. So reach out to us if you need any help. And if that is not enough, then just go through all the Rolodex of videos and begin to implement as much as you can a partnership with Google, because it has the most people right now who are looking for your services. All right, guys, stay blessed and be blessed. Bye.